Well, let's turn to Tesla. The stock moving lower initially, but recovering close to the flat line now. Well, it's down about 1%. Joining us now is Craig Irwin, senior research analyst at Roth Capital. Craig, it's great to have you on. We're still going through this report, which is always the tome every quarter. Yes. But do you want to get your initial takeaways, especially as revenue jumped 12% year over year?
Yeah. I mean, it was 6% above consensus in the quarter. So we knew they were going to beat the quarter, right? Because the expiry of credits, there's always a little bit of a pull forward. The real question is whether or not they created a slightly smaller hole that they get to fill in the December quarter. Their language in the outlook statement, where they say it's difficult to measure the impact of shifting global trade and fiscal policies, seems to suggest that they don't really have a clear view yet on whether or not the price adjustments that they put through are going to significantly dent the momentum that they've picked up in the last several months. So, they're being cautious here. The direction of the stock, though, coming out of the call is going to be a function of what they say on Optimus, what they say on, robotaxi, really more than anything right now, and the outlook for them removing the surrogate drivers in these cars. What's the potential there, and how do they see this taking shape over the next number of months?
And I got to interact with one of the Optimus robot variants just a couple of weeks ago at the Up Summit. I mean, it's pretty incredible, but it also still seems to me like it has a long way to go here. So how much of this is based on that commentary about the future versus the nearer term, especially when you do see things like, and I think it gets overshadowed a lot, the energy business seems to be very strong too.
Yeah, energy's strong. The sort of tailwind from, electricity prices up, basically 40%, over the last few years. It's something that really does improve economics there. They will have real competition in there. They are the largest competitors. So they'll dominate like they do in everything that they do. But it's not nearly as large a market, at least in my view, as the potential for Optimus. And then the automotive market. And eventually EVs will come back and will be back in vogue. And Tesla's going to be the category king at that time still. So, you have a variety of things that are kind of working for them. Right now, I'm just excited about Optimus. I think that, the glitchiness that people sometimes talk about is something that gets smoothed out with engineering over time.